Hey guys, welcome back to Trekyards Top 10. How y'all doing today? Hope you're good because we certainly are. So, today's topic is Samuel, take it away.
It is top 10 Federation phaser rifles.
Phaser rifles, huh?
Mm.
Well, I think since you're the weapons guy, you've got all the props, you like the cosplay, so why don't you lead us into this one and let's hear your top five.
Yeah, it's one of those strange episodes where who has phaser rifles? This guy. So, number five. My number five is the Type 3 phaser rifle, aka the TNG phaser rifle. This is the phaser rifle that's just basically just two phasers put together. Yeah. Well, it's interesting. It's a clever tactical looking evolution of the TNG phaser, and I think the design speaks a lot about the era they were in. It's not necessarily good looking, and it doesn't look necessarily easy or comfortable to hold, but it feels very functional, and it was cool to see it so much in TNG and DS9, although I'm glad Trek moved past it. But I think it has a special place in that sort of very practical Star Trek phaser rifle world. So that's my number five.
Interesting.
Number four is the EVA phaser rifle from First Contact. Very much a one-hit wonder, that one. Basically, it's just a cool design, not that streamlined, but that's not its job. It's an interesting rifle that still looks Star Trek, yet very different from anything we'd seen. I would love to know more about it, its capacities, and even see it more than one scene. Although I'm sure, to be fair, normal phasers will work in space too, so it's not necessarily the most needed weapon in the arsenal, but it's still a cool design. Number three is the TR-116 projectile rifle. Ring a bell, Stuart?
Does indeed.
Good. This is an incredible design, so one of a kind, sleek and deadly. This is such a fantastic idea. A rifle that transports a metal projectile through a wall via transporters. How perfect would that be against the Borg or almost anyone? I love the design and its out-of-the-box thinking and the rationale behind it. This sort of explains why you can't use transporters as a weapon, because ethics, basically. And that's why the weapon wasn't continued. But, yeah, I just love it. It's a fantastic design. I would very much love one of those rifles. At number three. At number two is the Mako pulse rifle from Enterprise. It's a very cool, sleek, and tactical prop. Has an inbuilt scope and stock. It's a refined rifle. And now a pulse rifle. So I love it. It caught my eye as soon as it appeared on screen, and I knew I wanted one. And so then I went and bought one.
Of course you did.
I love the sound effect, and I love how professional Makos look when using them. It's just a fantastic rifle, and it's got a blade sling. It's just like, ah. It's a fantastic rifle. Hi, Stuart. Yeah. Now
Cool.
for my number one. Number one. Any ideas?
Probably the Phaser 3
Yes.
rifle from First Contact.
Yes.
It's just
My
my
top-
guess because I know it's your favorite, one of your favorite props there.
My top phaser rifle is this one, a Type 3 phaser rifle, or First Contact. It is the coolest looking design, the best design, something I've always loved as a prop. When I first saw it in First Contact, I knew I had to get one, and it's definitely one of those prized props in my collection. And the fact that they, had a rifle, they, had the first original rifle they designed earlier in production, and they said, "Now we're going to swap it to this one." That says a lot about how much arse it can kick. And it's just an incredible design. So, what are your top five, Stuart?
All right, well, we'll start with number five, obviously.
Okay.
We got the Mako sniper rifle. So not the pulse rifle.
So it's the longer barrel version of this one.
Yes. It's just cool to see, like, a specialist weapon in Star Trek universe.
How ridiculous is this right now, by the way?
I know, right? And a sniper rifle is never really something we see in Star Trek, so it's cool to see that. I'm not a big fan of the pulse rifle. Sorry, Samuel.
It's so similar though. It's just got another.
Yeah, but it makes it proportionally look better to me, I think, having the longer barrel.
Really?
So that's number five. Number four is the EVA phaser rifle.
Okay, same one for me.
First
Good.
Contact. Like you said, I would have liked to see more of it.
Yep.
It's interesting. I think it was your number four as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, and like we say all the time, guys, we don't know what each other's list before we do this live taping. So it's very interesting to see what we come up with. So that's it. Would have liked to see more of it, but yeah, when is it needed, really?
Yeah.
Number 3 is the Phaser 3 first contact rifle that you had there, which is number 1.
Yeah. Aw.
Beautiful, sleek design, and
It's just so good, though.
I know it's such a great looking weapon. It just, I know. Boom, boom, boom. Pew, pew, pew. America.
Canada, England. Yeah.
Yes. And, okay, so we go number 2. Now, number 2 is probably one you wouldn't expect for a number 2 slot. Like your face. Number 2 is the TOS Phaser rifle.
I knew you were going to say that. I had a feeling.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you figured it would be my number 1.
No.
It's classic. It's perfect 1960s sci-fi, but not being Buck Rogery. It's kind of functional, and it's an amazing weapon. I love it. I got to hold a huge prop of it in Vegas.
Yeah.
When I was there. I got a picture of myself. It's my Skype picture. So all of our guest stars have seen it, and yeah, it's a beautiful weapon. I want one so badly.
Yeah, I've seen one in real life again at Vegas, and it is pretty.
Yeah. So if you have one of those, you don't have one of those. Do you? I got a little tiny yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, number 1 slot.
Number 1. These are like all the best ones you've already said. I don't know.
Number 1 is the TR-116 projectile. You can shoot right through walls.
Yes.
It's got a micro transporter. I mean, it's the coolest weapon. Plus, with the headset and the targeting scope, you can see through walls. Awesome weapon. I would love one for whatever reason. I don't know. It'd be cool. I mean, that's it. Anyway, so I gotta know what your honorable mention was.
My honourable was the TOS rifle.
Oh, okay.
It is the oddball. It's a crazy design, cool but odd. I would argue not very Trek, but still works-ish. But not enough to be in my top 5, but absolutely an honourable mention, because it is sort of legendary in its own unique way.
It was in Where No Man Has Gone Before, like the very first episode, basically.
Yeah. Before the aesthetic really had been...
Exactly, and we never saw one after that.
Ever
So
again.
it'd be interesting to see if they redesigned it, should they ever needed one, but anyway, I like it.
Yeah.
So it's time for my honorable mention now, and my honorable mention is the compression phaser rifle.
From Voyager.
Yeah, it's interesting look from the top. It's very kind of wide, and I kind of liked it when I first saw it. I don't know what it is about it that I like. I mean, from the front, it looks like the ship from V, with their little shuttle ships.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish we could have seen more of it. I'm not a big fan of your number 5, though. I gotta say.
Yeah, well.
It's kind of ugly. I saw it, and I'm like, I'm not gonna put that on my list.
But it does feel like the natural evolution. You know, Phaser 1s are the small crickets. They go into Phaser 2, which then builds up to Phaser 3, and it feels like that's a natural evolution. Like, Trojan just makes slightly bigger phasers for different purposes. You know, a separate rifle was always like, oh, wait, what? Because a phaser can do everything. But, you know, I like that. I think the compression rifle, it looks very capable, you know? Like, it is absolutely heavy duty. But, yeah, interesting list. I like the other TR-116.
I expected that to be your number 1, because I know you love that. But you don't have one, so I can't be number 1.
Well, it would have been less impressive. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those design-wise, it's just spot on, but it's not really a phaser rifle in the same light. I don't know. It hasn't got the whole package in terms of just being a phaser rifle. I think that's probably why it's not my number 1.
Yeah, it could be a weapon from any franchise, or even from modern times, because it looks.
Yeah. Whereas this is the definitive phaser rifle. Not that you agree, because you don't agree, but it is. I've had this prop like 10 years now. I love it.
It's number 3 because it's Phaser 3 in my list.
Yeah, because that's how we work on the show. But yeah, okay. I mean, I get why you don't like the TNG one. We both got EVA, both got TR, both got. We pretty much got the same list, just variations on. It's interesting. Which one would you most like to own?
TOS Phaser or the T116.
Okay, cool. Let's get a matching pair. We can go out airsofting with TR-116s.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That'd be fun. Okay, and that is it for the top 10 phase rifles. Kind of a unique one because I happen to have my number 1 and my number 2. I bet you're jealous, aren't you, Stuart?
I am a little, yes. But wait till we get to the phaser episode.
Yes, let's wait until we get to the phaser episode. And until next time, guys, tune in for top 10s and all the stuff we do at Trekyards. So until that next time, see you guys.